services.
Mr. Mayor, Jim Conish, I have a question that I would like answered right now.
Okay? Do the best we can.
After spending $1.2 million for this campus, and after dumping over $1 million into it for a total of $2.2 million, and now that it's occupied, does the buildings being occupied at the Grace Marketplace have a certificate of occupancy? And is the maximum occupancy approved by the fire marshal posted inside the building? And if not, why are the buildings occupied at all?
Okay, so two questions: certificate of occupancy,
yes, sir,
and fire marshal's maximum capacity.
Sir, you're not allowed, once you pull building permits, to occupy a building until you get a certificate of occupancy. I
get your questions correct.
Right. And do they have a certificate of occupancy, A? B, have they posted inside the buildings the maximum capacity for the buildings? These are the rules we all comply with. Are they complying with these rules?
Okay, let's see if Mr. Folkers or someone can provide a response to that, two very specific questions.
I'll ask Mr. Cothran from Facilities to address that.
Mr. Mayor, anything that we have pulled permits on, we have gotten certificates of completion or certificates of occupancy for the work that we've done. We currently have a project underway in Dorm D, and we are waiting for a final inspection on that. And once we get that, we will have a certificate of occupancy.
So the others have it. The others do have a certificate of occupancy, but not
really,
Dorm D?
Anything that we've done so far has not really required a certificate of occupancy, a certificate of completion for any work that we did that was permitting. That was done, and that would have been obtained from our subcontractors that we had if they were required to pull a permit for the work that they did. We've done a lot of small projects out there, being that we did it ourselves. So a lot of it did not require permits.
So Dorm D requires one, and
Dorm D definitely did require a permit. We have actually two different projects going on out there, and we're waiting for final inspection on both of them.
Okay. And then the question about is maximum capacity posted?
That I cannot tell you. I have to follow up and make sure that
city manager's looking at me, so
and I will.
And I'm pretty sure my answer is correct, and Mr. Conish will try to make sure we get the exact answer. And it's a little bit of what Gary has said and a little bit more. Remember that prior to the city acquiring this campus, it was owned by the Department of Corrections. So they permitted their buildings themselves. The city doesn't permit the state work. And so they had their occupancy requirements. We have not, and so Building A, for example, I don't know that there's a occupancy limit posted in Building A, which is the building that's currently got 26 or so persons in it, because we haven't done a lot of renovations there. It was paint and minor fix-up. But as Gary said, where we're pulling the permit, which would be Building D right now, when that building's complete, will be posted, and there will be a full CO for when that building is completed, or completion of work when that building is completed, and we'll post the occupancy. So I think the answer is, some of the buildings exist and continue to exist because they were built by DOC and would be under DOC rules, not city rules from that time forward. Now, anything that the city does will be following city occupancy requirements totally. We will research, though, the answer that to Mr. Conish's question. We'll provide that in writing to the commission, and will be shared with Mr. Conish if that works.